We have some big breaking news that's coming in. NASA's Crew-10 enters International Space Station. The Crew-10 docking process to begin next. Sunita, Williams and Butch Wilmore are closer to homecoming now. Both of the astronauts, NASA astronauts, have been aboard the International Space Station for over 9 months, far exceeding their initially scheduled week-long mission. Originally launched in June or aboard Boeing's new Starliner capsule, the astronauts' return was delayed due to technical difficulties with the spacecraft. But now NASA's Crew-10, which is going to replace Crew-9, that includes Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore, has entered International Space Station, and the Crew-10 docking process will be taking place next. Now, despite the prolonged stay, both astronauts have remained largely positive and actively engaged in crucial scientific and maintenance activities on the ISS. They were supposed to be on board the International Space Station for about a week-long mission, but that mission has now been extended to about 9 months. And now a rescue mission by the NASA and the SpaceX is being conducted with the docking process, which is going to take place shortly. NASA's Crew-10 has entered the International Space Station. Now the docking process is what is going to take place next. Sunita Williams is now closer to homecoming. Shibu Kumar Tripathi, Senior Assistant Editor Science, is joining me on the broadcast with more details. Shibu, the first question that I would like to ask you is that this is not a simple maneuver in any form. It requires a navigation for rendezvous of the spacecraft and then eventually docking. Help our viewers understand what these processes really entail.
Definitely, as you stated, that this is not a simple process. We need to understand that the 4 astronauts part of Crew-10, they launched yesterday around 4:30 in the morning. They have been in space in flight for over 26 hours now. They have been awake for last 10 hours planning this entire precise maneuver. We need to see that not just the Dragon spacecraft which is carrying them, but also the International Space Station is moving around Earth. So they now have to go around the planet to basically rendezvous with the space station and then move in slowly. So the docking is now scheduled to happen at sometime around 9:30 a.m. this morning. At the moment, the crew and NASA and SpaceX, they are all maneuvering the Dragon spacecraft slowly towards the International Space Station to dock. This is a highly calibrated, highly precise maneuver that has been planned months in advance to happen for today.
Right, for background, Shibu, could you tell us what really caused Sunita Williams to be stranded at the ISS for so long? It was a week-long mission and they've been stranded for about 9 months now.
Sunita Williams and astronaut Butch Wilmore, they both launched on a Boeing Starliner mission in June 2024. This was a demo mission which was to certify that the Boeing Starliner was fit to fly. This was a new spacecraft that was developed by Boeing company to basically send and return astronauts safely to and from International Space Station. However, during the flight, the Boeing Starliner spacecraft developed several technical snags, which included helium leaks. Some of the engine thrusters on the spacecraft failed to work properly. That's why it was deemed that this is not fit to fly them safely back to the planet. That's when Boeing decided that the Starliner spacecraft will fly empty and the 2 astronauts will go on and live for an extended mission on the space station. Now, we have to also understand that going to space station and coming to space station, the missions are planned months in advance. These are rotational crews that live and work on the space station for 6 months. With Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore, this was not planned. So their stay, which was supposed to happen just for 8 days, was suddenly extended to 2 months, 6 months, and then 8 months. Now they have been in space for about 9 months. So the new crew that is docking with the space station today will relieve them, and the 4 astronauts who are currently on the space station will undock and come back to Earth.
Absolutely. You know, Shibu, it has been 9 months, like you pointed out, but why wasn't the rescue not possible anytime sooner? What were the challenges that were faced by space agencies to orchestrate a rescue mission?
So as I stated, the missions conducted by SpaceX and NASA are highly planned missions. These are planned months in advance. Plus, these are rotational missions. So space station is managed by NASA, which sends crew for 6 month long missions. The 2 astronauts, Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore, had to be on space station for just 8 days. Now, once the spacecraft developed technical snags, the plan was modified a new plan was brought into place, a backup plan was brought into place that they'll have to stay on the space station until the next crew arrives and then return on their spacecraft. So the Crew-9, which was supposed to be 4 astronauts, only 2 astronauts were launched, 2 empty seats on the spacecraft went to the space station, and the 2 astronauts stranded in space now will sit on these 2 seats and come back. So it was a long process that has gone on for months, basically to plan and devise this entire mission.
Absolutely, Shibu. Thank you for bringing in those details on this story. Not a simple maneuver in any shape or form, but now Sunita Williams is inching closer to homecoming.